Oh, now everybody's quiet. We're recording. Nobody's saying anything.
That's we know, but
So Rod, my comments will be just a couple minutes, and then I'll the end of my comments are now let's roll the video.
Okay. I'm the guy behind the scenes. I'll just take the cues from you guys.
Sure. Are more people coming on, Rod?
Yeah, you got there's 8 attendees right now. I don't know how many you expect here, but we're up to 9.
I would hope more than 8, but you know, but
Are they tying in, Bob, like through Classroom where there's the students are with one attendee, maybe?
maybe, John. It's hard to say because we've got so many different diverse groups, you know.
I would guess yes by looking at this, you know, just a
Yeah.
guess by some of the labeling.
Right. Bob, are you going to mention what Matt said earlier about any questions coming through the chat?
Yeah, I'll make sure.
Okay.
And then you hit it again, John. All right, if we could, and then just so we make sure. Most people are pretty good now. They know that, you know, the chats, so we'll reinforce it with the students and the chats questions.
Well, in the chat, you have Mr. Lutwin says he has 10 students in attendance with him. If that helps you guys think a little better.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
that's great. Good.
15 people or groups are currently in here.
Okay. So we'll give one more minute here and we'll start this off. So. All right, let's start this, and we'll get everybody rolling here. So, good morning, students and instructors. Welcome to the first ever P-TECH Engineering Wars. My name is Robert Leslie. I'm the Director for Career and Technical Education at Syracuse City School District, and I want to thank you for being part of this. We are about to embark on a yearly competition where we're going to challenge our students to think and to act and to follow instructions and to be creative. So we're looking forward to this. P-TECH Engineering Wars is a design challenge that we're going to lay out for you students and instructors. And we have the wonderful opportunity to work with our host company. This year's Engineering Wars are going to be hosted in Syracuse, and it will be moved to the area. Our P-TECH students and teachers come from all the way from the southern tier, from Broome, Tioga, Boces, Cataris, Allegheny, all the way up to Oswego and everything in between, all the way out to HFM Boces. So we're covering a vast area of students you're competing against. So as I said, we are going to have a host company. I'd like to introduce the president and CEO for CNS companies in Syracuse. It's a wonderful team that supports our projects here for P-TECH. And I'm going to introduce you to John Trimble. And John is going to lay out some of his comments, and then we're going to give you an introductory video, and then we're going to hopefully have you answer questions through the chat, and we'll try to give you as much details as possible. So we're looking forward to this event, and we're looking to see who's going to be taking home the trophy at the end of this competition. So John Trimble, could I please get you to join in, please?
Great, thanks, Bob. And on behalf of CNS, we're proud to be involved in supporting this, and supporting P-TECH and CTE programs is an important focus of ours. So, so thank you, Bob, and thank you for the opportunity. First, I want to start and say congratulations to all of you for being on an important career path through the P-TECH program. You know, as you look at what's transpired the last year, the COVID-19 pandemic really highlighted the importance of engineering and manufacturing to our country. It also showed that we need to refocus, reshore, and reinvest in these areas going forward. So it's very important, the path you're on. The ability to take your STEM education and apply it in a way that delivers outcomes is the backbone from which our country was built, and has never been more important than it is today. What you are doing now and what you'll do in the future as you pursue your career interests matters. It really matters a lot, because those efforts that you will put forward, that you're putting forward now to learn, and you'll put forward in the future, will impact your families, your friends, and communities. That's what we really do in these applied technical fields. We research, we experiment, we refine, we deliver outcomes that serve a purpose and improve the quality of living for our society. So a noble career path indeed, one that I hope you're proud of and should be proud of. So again, I say congratulations for being on this, this important career path. So with that in mind, we've created this competition to challenge you and your team to use the skills and creativity you've learned through your P-TECH experience to achieve an outcome by which you will be evaluated and scored. So to give you more background on this challenge and this competition, we'll now roll a video introducing you to that. And again, feel free to offer any comments or questions through the chat. So we'll roll the video. Thank you very much. And while we roll the video, we were hoping to do this in person. We're actually going to do it at our shop, which this recording will be shown from. But obviously, due to the COVID situation, we weren't able to do that. So we're doing it virtually this year, but nonetheless, it's going to be a great event.
John, I'm sorry, that wasn't rolling for you guys?
No, sir.
Okay, hold on. I will do that a different way this time. That should have been rolling. You still don't see it, do you?
No.
You can hear it, I bet, but you can't see it.
We can hear it.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes you have to go in a couple of different ways. So we're going to try this way this time.
Here we go.
Sorry about that.
You're good.
Hello, congratulations on being selected to participate in the first annual Engineers Wars competition. My name is John Trimble. I'm President and CEO of CNS Companies. We're a design and construction company, and our intent was actually to have this competition here in our fabrication shop. You can see we've got some people working in the background, but because of the COVID situation, we weren't able to do that. So now we've decided to take this competition virtually. So I'm here to tell you about the competition and kick that competition off. And more information will come from your districts to supplement the instruction here. So with that, we'll get right into it. As far as the challenge goes, what is your challenge? Your challenge is to create, design, and fabricate and operate a functional catapult. So that is going to be your challenge. What you see here are kits that we're going to provide to each team. And that's going to be PVC pipe, some PVC fittings. As far as tools that you'll need, very limited. Just a saw, hand saw, more of a hack or metal type saw to cut the PVC piping. Also, a drill is optional. Depending on how you develop your catapult, you may or may not need the drill. And then you'll have, in addition to that, some pipe primer and pipe glue to basically assemble your final product. And then we'll have some rubber bands that you'll need as part of the competition. And then also some duct tape. You always need some duct tape around when you're doing a project. So we'll have duct tape for you too. It's totally going to be at your discretion as far as what you decide, how you design the catapult, how it's going to work. The competition will revolve around actually shooting objects from the catapult, and I'll mention that here in a little bit. So first, scoring criteria. How are you going to be judged? How are you going to be scored? First is the design concept and engineering drawings. That's going to be worth 25 points. So how solid your concept is, how well you documented it, how well you developed your drawings, your engineering drawings, that's going to be all worth 25 points. The second 25 points is going to be based on construction quality, and that quality is based on how well you put together and assemble your catapult. So that construction quality within your team is the second 25 points. The third 25 points is the competition itself and how well you fare in that. So what are you going to get for the competition? You're going to get 3 hard rubber balls, and they're going to be used to see how far your catapult actually can send a projectile. So that's going to be the first thing that we're going to look at as far as the competition goes. The second part of the competition is going to be based on finesse and how well your catapult works from a functionality point of view in a more sensitive way. And what we're going to do there is actually we're going to ask you to get yourself eggs. These won't be part of the kit, but you'll have to get those on your own. And you'll be given, we'll ask you to use 3 tries, and you'll use eggs, and you'll shoot eggs in the catapult. And then we'll ask you to have someone designated as a receiver, and we need to see if they're able to catch the egg without breaking it. And shoot the egg appropriately in the air, and then can somebody catch it on the other side? So that'll be the 2 pieces of the competition that you'll be judged on. Then finally, final presentation are going to be worth 25 points. So that final presentation, how well you put that together, and as far as presentation documents, how well you communicate that. We're looking to get a video from you of the competition, but also of your final presentation. We'll judge based on the quality of that presentation. So that's 25 points. So all 4 of those add up to 100 points total, and that will be the scoring. So a little more detail on the design concept and engineering drawings is worth 25 points. We're looking for creativity, what considerations and design rationale you used, documentation, what did you do, how did you document your assumptions, and then how you develop technical drawings. Next up is the construction quality piece. That's about how well you assemble and how neat and tidy and from a craftsperson's point of view, how well that was put together. We'll be looking at that and judging that. Then ultimately, what's the functionality? Did you meet the functionality requirement? And then what's the performance? How well did it do in the competition? Next up would be the actual competition itself. Again, worth 25 points. So that's how far that rubber ball gets projected on your catapult. So that's the distance piece. And then the finesse piece, are you able to send this egg via your catapult to your teammate? And is your teammate able to catch that egg without it breaking? Lastly, when it comes to the presentation, we'll look at your presentation materials. What you decide to use for those materials is up to you, but we'll grade based on that. Your verbal presentation of the process and how it went will be very key. And what your assessment is of your final product, did it meet your expectations? And what lessons did you learn? That's all a big part of engineering, is trying things, learning lessons, and then going back and refining. So that's what we'll be doing as far as this Engineers Wars Challenge goes. There'll be actually a detailed schedule of the competition will be provided by your district. So kind of how the event's going to roll out will come from your district. And we're just happy to be involved in this and excited to see how this turns out. And we'll be checking in with you along the way. CNS will be providing judges for each part of this, as we mentioned earlier, and we look forward to the competition. So good luck, and very happy you're participating, and we'll see you down the road. Thank you.
All right, back at you.
There you go, Bob.
We're going to take questions now through the chat. And John, I see we have our first question already. And I'd like to throw this one back at you, since you guys are running the competition. Revisions on once their drawings are submitted, where you want to head with that. So.
Yeah, so the question here, can designs be altered and approved upon after the drawings are submitted? I would say that yes, you can do that. That's an important part of engineering, is not accepting the first alternative. But I guess what we would ask is that during the presentation part, that it gets identified what was changed, why it was changed, and that becomes part of that final presentation. But there is the opportunity to do that.
Okay, any other questions? Please put them into the chat. The timeline, Rod, we're going to share the timeline, right, with everything. I think it's in the overall.
Yeah, I can put that up
build
there now.
schedule, so we'll show that. All right. And
You want that up there now?
Yeah. Or why don't we go through the questions and then we can run through the timeline? Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to start our building. Okay. Can you only use the materials given? John, I'm going to let you answer that.
Yeah, the kits are meant to be fully fully encompassing of what you need to build. So to keep things consistent, so we can compare apples and apples as far as the final product goes, we want the materials provided within the kit to be the only materials used.
And we answered the one, are they going to start the build, will be on the timeline. The next one is, what are the requirements for the egg catching person? To be very good.
Yeah, soft hands, I would say, obviously needs to be a student, and your districts will probably get into safety issues and things like that, but safety glasses would be appropriate for that. And just somebody within the project team needs to be on the other side making the catches. As far as using something in your hands to soften, I would say, again, to keep it consistent, there wouldn't be anything other than just the use of your hands to make that catch. As far as how many rebuilds are allowed, I would say as many as you would like. Just keep in mind that you have a finite amount of material, which was part of the challenge. Is we want to make sure that there is that restriction. So if you come up with new alternatives, you've got to work within the material that you have. And also I'll emphasize the waiting on gluing your assembly until after you're sure. So again, dry fit those pipe fittings together. They'll stand up without gluing, and make sure that the team is satisfied before you go to that final end step of gluing the pipe structure.
So the next one is, how long should the presentations last? And I think, John, I think we qualified under 15 minutes, or I can't remember what we said.
Yeah, I think we were 15 minutes or less on the presentations. They'd be videotaped, correct, Bob?
Okay. Next question is, do the drawings have to be a physical, or could they be used in something like Inventor? So we're looking for a virtual, or either, right? I mean, depending on what the school district has available.
That's correct. Yep. And we're able to read any of those types of electronic files or paper files when we go to do the review. So any of those work based on what you have at your disposal.
Okay. Other questions in the chat? Oh, yep. Here you go.
Yeah. Do the technical drawings need to be scaled? Yes. We would like those to be scaled engineering type drawings, and that the scale is documented.
Very good questions.
Definitely.
A lot of good detail. All right, other questions? All right, so can we share the, Rod, the overall agenda for the timeline for everything?
Yep, we can do that.
And then if there's any more questions, we'll just keep an eye on the chat.
What are you guys seeing right now? You're not seeing what I'm seeing.
Resources.
Yeah, we're seeing the resources, the original.
Yep.
You
Is
can
that
just
what you-
make that larger. Yep, that would be great.
You want rules and guidelines
There,
or?
yep. Yeah, that's just keep going right down. So there's the rule for our participants. There's our rules and guidelines. If you have any questions, you can submit electronic questions to either any of the Mr. Trimble or myself, or get it through your instructors into the core person for your PTech programs, the principal for the PTechs, and we'll get the answers back to you. But if you could slide down now just to the timeline. Okay, so we're starting today. Effective after this meeting, you can jump right on and start your design. We are looking to submit drawings to CNS by May 6th. So this Thursday, we'd like to see your preliminary drawings going off to CNS Engineering. And then looking to have the videos completed, the results videos and the final presentation videos to CNS by the 13th. And then on the 19th, we're going to do an award ceremony, virtual, and that will be presented out. So, and you've got the scoring criteria below. And if you could go, is there any more down below on the channel? You've got the access to the video if you need to go back to that at any point in time. And there's the calendar for the actual competition.
That's it.
Rod, can you click on the submission page for everyone too?
The submission page. Yep.
So when you guys are thinking about submitting your different projects, they're all Google Forms. The first one is for technical drawings. The next one's for proof of your actual video of it testing out. So like how far it shot and the egg catch. And the last one is the presentation you've recorded video.
And Bob, there's another question I think came from Maureen Sweeney. Should they submit hand drawings and CAD? If there's no need to plot out, if you've done your drawings in CAD, you can send the native electronic files. No need to plot out and scan those. We can access those fine. So, but if you have hand drawings that supplement in any way, you can submit those. But if they're hand drawings that in turn were then put into CAD, no need to submit the hand drawings as well.
Okay, other questions? All right, PTech students and PTech instructors, you've got the challenge laid out in front of you. You've got the timeline, you've got access to all the information, you've got all the materials. We expect to see some phenomenal results. And we appreciate CNS companies and John Trimble making this possible for us. They're a great company to work with, and we love them as our partners in the Syracuse City School District, and I can't wait to see what the results are going to look like. So if there's nothing else, John, last words?
No, thank you very much. Thank you for those comments, Bob. And this is exciting. The inaugural Engineering
the
Wars
first ever.
Challenge.
Yep.
And COVID gave us a little curveball, but it's great to see that we're moving ahead with it, and we're excited to see the results, as you say.
John, I see we had one more question.
Yeah,
A
you
couple
got
more questions. Oh,
two
we
more,
can't
looks
go.
like.
Yeah,
Okay, good.
This is there a material list? Are we going to go through our two kits? Did they did not have the same amount of materials?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we did not, we generally provided, say, the rubber bands, and some kits may have a few more balls than others. We just used up what we had left. But from the standpoint of the kits, just what's in your bag is the kit, and it's generally the same kit to kit. There's just maybe a few variances with things like rubber bands, but all the piping lengths are the same. All the number of fittings are the same. So that's consistent between the two.
And
There's
can
one
we
final
answer
one.
the one final? How many people are going to be in each of the groups? And Matt Sheehan, I'm going to ask you to jump in on that one because I thought we said talked about the teams.
Yep, each team is a group of 4. Did you guys hear me there?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So going once, going twice. Any last questions? If you have them, you can always Matt, can they put the questions, continue to put questions into the our chat box, our question and answer thing on the website too, right?
So I was going to say, all they need to do is go to the website, and there's a frequently asked questions page and a question and answer right there. They can just submit them there, and I will respond to the students and post them all on that page. I'd recommend to all students they get the access to that web page from their instructor and just poke around on there. There's a fair amount of information in there to help you and guide you through the beginning of this.
So Matt, can we get some one point clarification? We have some people said that they believe they were told teams of 5. Do we have a problem with the team going to 5, or if
Teams of 5 is fine.
yeah, I don't see any issues with that.
Yeah, I don't either. I think we'll be fine.
Yep.
Well, okay, last questions. All right, thank you, P-Tech people. We'll see you on the 19th for the report out and the winners, and we will have the trophy awards. And just so you know, there'll be a Stanley Cup type trophy that will be going around for this, that every school will earn for 1 year. You will be able to hold the trophy for 1 year. You'll also get a plaque for your school district that says that you won. But so once you if you're the winning team, you'll get the tall trophy that'll be housed in your school district or your P-Tech program for the year. And then the following year, it's up for grabs for the next team to take that, or the existing team to win it again. So let's see how it goes. It's going to be based on that type of Stanley Cup playoff syndrome. So, all right, thank you, everybody. Talk to y'all soon. We'll see you on the 19th.
Good luck, all. Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you, everybody.